So here we are supposed to parse the given input string. The input string is id plus id. For the given grammar, the expression grammar is given here. The grammar is given, and you will be given with the input string, which is id plus id, and you are supposed to parse. So in the previous classes we have seen various steps. The different steps are, yeah, from the given grammar you generated the augmented grammar. From augmented grammar you generated the LR0 item set, and from the given grammar you found out the first set and the follow set. Then after that we have constructed the automata. Automata is constructed from the augmented grammar and the LR0 item set. And once you're done with the automata and you have the first and the follow set with you, then you started constructing the LR0 parsing table. Now, keeping LR0 parsing table as well as the production rules in hand, we'll start parsing the given input string. So the given input string, I have taken a very simple example. So if you refer your textbook, you have one more example, which is id plus id into id. So in the beginning, we'll make it simple, and hence I've taken a very small example which has got only three different terminals, that is three terminal symbols in the given input string. Okay, so you have to write down the table. Write down the table, in which the table is divided into four different columns. The first column means stack. The first column is the stack. Stack is used to push the states. Stack is used to push the states. How many states you have? Not all, almost all the states, only some of the states. Whenever you're shifting, the state is pushed upon the stack. The state number is pushed upon the stack. And whenever you're reducing, some of the states are popped out of the stack top. Okay, for pushing and popping the values, the variables, you are using the stack. That is, whenever you are performing a shift or a reduce operation, to store the state numbers, you are using the stack. Fine. The next column is symbol. Symbol is, whenever you are performing a shift operation, the states are shifted or pushed onto the stack, and the symbol that is shifted from the input buffer, the symbol that is shifted is put into the column with the name symbol. Okay, and the third column is the input buffer. You know what is the uh, uh, operation of the input buffer. Why you need an input buffer? Input buffer is used for storing the input string that has to be parsed. And the last column is the parser action. Parser action is, basically you have four different operations. One is shift, reduce, error, and accept. Okay, so whenever you are shifting an symbol from the input buffer onto the stack, you mention it as shift. Whenever you're reducing the symbol that is there on the stack, you put it as reduce. And at the end, when this input string is accepted, that is successfully passed, then you name it as accepted. Fine. So all the parser operations are mentioned in the parser action column. I hope it is clear. So stack is used for pushing the state or shifting the states, and symbol is here in this LR0 parsing, you are not putting the symbol from the taking the symbol from the input buffer and pushing it onto the stack as you have done in the general shift reduce parser, but you are storing it in a location called as the symbol. Only states are shifted and reduced onto the stack, and input buffer for storing the input string, and parser action to mention whether you are shifting or reducing, or is the parser generating an error, or the parser is accepting the string. Fine. So we'll start with the parsing operation. So initially, what is the first state that is present? The first state is 0. The first state is 0. And what is the input string? The given input string is id plus id, and it ends with the dollar. Dollar indicates that it is an empty input buffer. There are no more symbols in the input buffer. Okay. So now what you'll have to do is take your parsing table, LR0 parsing table. Keep it ready now. Check 0, state 0 on id. State 0 on id is what? State 0 on id. If you refer the parsing table, state 0 on id is yes 5. State 0 on id is yes 5. Initially, the stack will have the start state. Initially, the stack will have the start state. What is the start state? I naught. I naught is 0. You have mentioned 0 in your parsing table. The first column is your state column. Then you have action. Then you have go to here. Right? So what is there in the first state? The first state is 0. Initially, the parser is present in the 0th state. Okay. Now, 0th state on symbol ID. On symbol ID. 0 on ID, what is the value that is present? Yes, 5. Yes, 5. What yes represents? Yes represents shift. Yes represents shift. Don't tell what you are shifting. Just mention shift. Okay. So what are you shifting? You are shifting one symbol from the input buffer onto the symbol column. And which state are you shifting? What is mentioned here? Which state are you shifting? You are shifting 5. Yes, 5. Okay. So here you are shifting. 0 is already present. 5 I am shifting. I said stack will have the state numbers. State numbers. And whenever I'm performing a shift, I will be shifting one symbol from input buffer into the symbol column. Okay. When I shift, I'm left out with plus ID and dollar in the input buffer. This is the first step. Okay, I'll repeat again. So initially the stack will have the start symbol and the input buffer will have the string that has to be parsed. Fine. Now on start symbol, start state 0 with the symbol ID, which is the first symbol here, it is ID. 0 on ID. Refer the parsing table. 0 on ID. What is the value? What is the operation? It is yes 5. Yes 5 means shift state 5. What is shift operation? Moving a state onto the stack is called as shift. Shift 5 is 5 you are moving or pushing onto the stack top. Okay. When I perform a shift, I'm doing two operations. That is pushing the stack, pushing the state number onto the stack and moving the symbol from input buffer into the symbol column. Okay. So we are done with that. Next, what is there on the stack top now? Stack top, you have 5. So check 5 on plus. What you have in the input buffer? Plus. Okay, the next symbol in the input buffer is plus. Check 5 on plus. Go to the parsing table and check what is 5 on plus. 5 on plus is R6. 5 on plus is R6. Okay, so what is R6? R6 is, if you refer this, I'll keep it closer. Okay, so R6 is state 6 or the number 6, production number 6, reduced to R6. In the sense, I'm going to reduce. What is the action that has to be performed? Reduce by F derives ID. Reduce by F derives ID because 5 on plus. 5 on plus, if you refer the parsing table, 5 on plus is R6. What is this sixth production? Number 6. You have numbered the productions. What is the production at number 6? It is F derives ID. So R6 is reduce ID to F. Where are you reducing? You are reducing in the symbol column. Now you are reducing ID or replacing ID with F. Have you performed any shift operation? No. So far, after the first shift operation, you have not performed any shift, and on this and in the input buffer, the symbols are going to remain as it is. Okay. Now, whenever you are performing the reduce operation, how many symbols have you reduced? How many symbols have you reduced? It is only one symbol that you have reduced. You have replaced only one symbol, that is ID with F. So how many symbols you have replaced or reduced, so many states has to be popped out of the stack. Okay. So how many symbols I have reduced? I have reduced only one symbol, that is ID with F. I've replaced ID with F. So I need to pop out only one value, and that value is 5. And that value is 5. Okay. I am not going to anymore retain 5 on the stack top. I'll have to pop out. How many symbols I have reduced? So many symbols I'll be popping out of the stack. Okay. So what is there on the stack top? 5. So I have popped out the value 5 from the stack top. Now there is a slight change in transition. That is, now take 0 on F. Earlier you were taking the state on stack with the symbol in the input buffer. So once you reduce a symbol, you don't have to take a transition of stack, the state on stack with the symbol on the input buffer. Instead, immediately take a transition of 0 on F, the symbol that you have reduced recently. Now check the parsing table. What is 0 on state F or symbol F? 0 on F is 3. 0 on F is 3. I will be pushing this 3 onto the stack top. I'm just replacing 5 with 3. So how many symbols I have reduced? I have reduced one symbol. So that one state I am going to pop out of the stack. After popping out of the stack, the 5 is popped out of the stack, and then I am checking for a transition with 0 state on F, the symbol that I have reduced recently. So 0 on F is 3. 0 on F is 3 if I refer the parsing table. So that 3 I am pushing onto the stack top. 0 on F is 3. That 3 I am pushing onto the stack top. Okay, fine. Now I am supposed to check what is 3 on plus. What is 3 on plus? So what is there on the stack top now? After reduction, there is 3, state 3 on stack top. Now take a transition of 3 on plus. Okay, check the parsing table. What is 3 on plus? It is R4. Fine. So R4 is what? It is a reduction state. So what is fourth production? Fourth production is T derives F. So I am reducing F with T. I am reducing or replacing F with T. So reduce by T derives F. Reduce by T derives F. So the next step, what am I going to do? I am going to reduce or replace F with T. Okay. And my input buffer will still have plus and ID, and it will end with dollar because I'm not shifting anything. I'm just reducing. So fine. So how many symbols I have reduced? From the previous step to now, I have reduced F to T. That is only one symbol I have reduced. So how many symbols I'm supposed to pop out of the stack? I have to pop out only one symbol. The symbol that was present on the stack top was 3. So 3 I will pop out of the stack. Fine. Now after popping out 3 from the stack top, I will check for a transition from 0 on symbol T. 0 on symbol T. What is 0 on T? Refer the table. 0 on T is 2. 0 on T is 2. Push this 2 onto the stack top. Push this 2 onto the stack top. Fine. Push 2 onto the stack top, and then take a transition from 2 on plus. Check a transition from 2 on plus. What is 2 on plus? Check the transition parsing table. 2 on plus is again R2. 2 on plus is again R2. Reduction step. Which production you are supposed to reduce it to? What is 2? 2 is E derives T. Again T you are reducing to E. So R2 means it is a reduction step. So write it here. Reduce by which production? E derives T. E derives T. Now which symbol are you reducing further? T is reduced to E. And your input buffer is still having plus ID and ends with the dollar symbol because you have not performed any shift operation. It is only reduce operation that you are performing. Okay. Now, how many symbols you have reduced here? We have reduced only one symbol. Since you have reduced only one symbol, pop out only one symbol from the stack. So what is the state that is present on the stack top? It is 2. So 2 you will be popping out of the stack and you are left out with only one symbol, which is 0. Okay. Now take a transition of 0 on symbol E. 0 on symbol E. What is 0 on symbol E? 0 on E is 1. 0 on E is 1. Push this 1 onto the stack top. Push this 1 onto the stack top. Okay. Once you are done with pushing this 1 onto the stack top, take a transition of state 1 on plus. 1 on plus. What is 1 on plus? 1 on plus is S6. What S represents? Shift operation. 1 on plus is S6. So shift 6 onto the stack top. So just write shift. Just write shift. What are you shifting? You are shifting. 0 is already there. 1 is already there. You are shifting 6 onto the stack top. And meanwhile, you are shifting one symbol from input buffer to the symbol column. One symbol you are shifting from the input buffer to the symbol column. So once you shift, what symbols are there in the input buffer? You are left out with only ID and end of the input buffer with $. Okay. Now since you have performed only a shift operation, take 6. Take the state number on stack top and take a transition on ID. Take a transition on ID. So 6 on ID. What is 6 on ID? 6 on ID is S5. That is shift operation. 6 on ID is a shift operation. When you have to take a transition of the state with the symbol here, only when it is a reduction step. When it is a shift operation, then you have to take a transition with the state on the stack top with the symbol in the input buffer. Remember this. Okay. So 6 on ID is what? 6 on ID is shift 5. So it is a shift operation. 6 on ID is shift operation. What are you trying to shift? Your 0 is already there in the stack. 1 is already there in the stack and 6 is there on the stack top. Now you are shifting, that is S5. You are shifting 5 onto the stack top and one symbol you are shifting from the input buffer to the symbol column. So it is E plus ID. So what is there in the input buffer now? You don't have anything. The input buffer is empty now because you have shifted all symbols from the input buffer onto the stack top. Okay. Now you have not reduced any symbol. You have only performed a shift operation. Now you have to take a transition from state 5 on symbol $, because $, is also considered as a symbol in your parsing table. Okay. So take a transition of state 5 on $. What is state 5? On $, state 5 on $, is R6. On $, is R6. What is R6? R6 is F derives ID. R6 is F derives ID. It is a reduction step. Okay. Reduce by F derives ID. Okay. So now you are reducing ID or replacing ID with F. E remains as it is, plus remains as it is, and ID you are replacing with F. Okay. What are the contents of the input buffer? Input buffer is empty, which is having $. So how many symbols I have replaced here? I have replaced only one symbol, ID with F. So how many states I'm supposed to pop out? I'm supposed to pop out only one state. The state that is present on the stack top is 5. So I will be popping out 5 from the stack. So 0 will remain as it is. 1 also will remain as it is and 6 also will remain as it is, and 5 I am popping out because I am replacing or reducing one symbol. Fine. Now what you have to do, since it is a reduction step, take the state on the stack top and take the symbol in the symbol column that was recently reduced and check what is the transition. What's the state on the stack top? 6. What is the symbol that was recently reduced? F. 6 on F. Check state 6 on F. What is state 6 on F? 3. So this 3 will be pushed upon the stack. This 3 will be pushed upon the stack. And now what you have to do is take a transition of state 3 on dollar. State 3 on dollar. What is state 3 on dollar? Check the parsing table. State 3 on dollar is a reduction step, R4. What is fourth production? Fourth production is T derives F. Fourth production is T derives F. It is a reduction step. Reduce by T derives F. Okay. So write the reduction state here. F you are replacing or reducing to T. Fine. F is reduced or replaced by T. Now what is there in the input buffer? It is dollar. So how many symbols have you reduced from the previous step to this step? It is only one symbol. You have replaced just F with T. So how many symbols should be popped out of the stack? It is only one symbol that has to be popped out of the stack, which is present on the stack top. The symbol that is present on the stack top is 3. So only 3 will be popped out and all other states will remain as it is. 6 also will remain as it is. Now since it is a reduction step, take a transition of state 6 on the recently reduced symbol. Which was the recently reduced symbol? F to T. So 6 on T. Check what is 6 on T. 6 on T is 9. 6 on T is 9. Push that value onto the stack top. Push that value onto the stack top. Now check, take a transition of the recently pushed state with the symbol in the input buffer. So 9 on dollar. So what is 9 on dollar? 9 on dollar is R1. It is a reduction step. 9 on dollar is R1. What is R1? What is the production with 1? E derives E plus T. E derives E plus T. So reduce by E derives E plus T. E derives E plus T. Okay. So how many symbols are you reducing? E is one symbol, plus is one symbol, and T is one symbol. So all these 3 symbols you are replacing with E. Okay. Now what is there on the stack in the input buffer? Dollar is there in the input buffer. So how many symbols you have replaced now? 3 symbols you have replaced. So how many states you are supposed to pop out of the stack? From the stack top, the first 3 states has to be popped out. 9 is there on the stack top, that will be popped out. Then next 6 will be there on the stack top, that also will be popped out. And next 1 will become the stack top, then 1 also will be popped out. So how many are popped out? 9, 6 and 1 are all popped out and you are left out with only 0 on the stack top. You are left out with only 0 on the stack top. Now take a transition of the state on the stack top with the recently reduced symbol. The recently reduced symbol is E. 0 on E. Take a transition of 0 on E. What is 0 on E? 0 on E is 1. So push that 1 onto the stack top. Push that 1 onto the stack top. And now take a transition of 1 on dollar. Take a transition of 1 on dollar. Go to the parsing table and check what is 1 on dollar. What is 1 on dollar? It is accept. It is accept. It is not a shift operation. It is not a reduce operation, but it is an accept operation. So when you get accept in the parser action, then it means that the parser has successfully parsed the given input string. Okay, so you have to keep on doing this until you get the accept string or until you get the error. So when further you cannot reduce anything, you have got the start symbol, you don't have any more symbols in the input buffer, still you're not able to accept, then it is an error. For the second example, where you have the production rules, S derives AA and A derives small a, variable a, or small b, that is terminal b. Fine. So the grammar is broken down like this, and we have already numbered, and this is the parsing table that we have already generated in the previous classes. And now we'll take the input string. We'll try to parse with the given input string, which is AABB. Fine. As we have done for the previous example, stack symbol will be the second column, input buffer the third column, and the parser action will be the fourth column. Fine. So initially the stack top will be having the state 0, the input buffer with the input string that has to be parsed, and symbol column empty, and parser column we will try to fill it now. Okay. Now starting with the parsing, state 0 on the first symbol A. What is state 0 on A? Small a. Okay. State 0 on small a is, or terminal a is S3. S represents shift. What are you trying to shift? State 3. So it is a shift operation. Just take down shift, and which state and what you are shifting. Initially you have the state 0, and then you are shifting state 3 onto the stack top, and one symbol is moved from the input buffer into the symbol column, and you are left out with A, B, and B, and the end of the input buffer. Okay. Now since the previous operation was a shift operation, don't worry. Take the state which is present on the stack top 3 and take a transition. Check for a transition with input symbol A. State 3 with input symbol A. Go to the parsing table. State 3 with input symbol A is again shift operation, in which you are shifting state 3. Okay. It is again a shift operation. So what are you shifting? You are shifting one more symbol onto this stack. And which symbol are you shifting? Which state are you shifting? 0, 3, and 3 again. And in the input buffer, you are left out with two symbols B and B, and end of the input string. And end of the input string. Now since the previous operation was a shift operation, again take the state on the stack top with the input symbol in the input buffer. Which is a state on this stack top? It is 3. And what is the symbol in the input buffer? B. 3 on B, terminal B. Go to the parsing table, check. 3 on B is shift 4. Yes, 4. Okay. Again, it is a shift operation. Again, it is a shift operation. What are you trying to shift? I am trying to shift. A is already there. I am shifting B. And in the input buffer, I have only one symbol B with the end of the input string. And what was the value? Yes, 4. Right? 3 on B is yes, 4. So state 4 I am pushing onto the stack top. Okay. Now since the previous operation was a shift operation, I'll have to take the state on the stack top with the symbol in the input buffer. So what is the state on the stack top? 4. 4 on input symbol B. 4 on B. Okay. What is the transition? 4 on B is R3. 4 on B is R3, which is a reduction step. What is 3? Which is the production which is having number 3? It is A derives B. So you are supposed to perform a reduce operation. So reduce by A derives B. Reduce by A derives B. So B you are trying to reduce to variable A. And what is there in the input buffer? Input buffer is still having one symbol B and end of the string. Okay. Now, how many symbols you have reduced in the previous step? How many symbols? It is only one symbol. You can check the production rule. How many symbols you are reducing. And this You are reducing only one symbol, that is B you are reducing or replacing to A. Fine. So how many symbols you are supposed to pop out of the stack? You are supposed to pop out only one symbol because you have reduced only one symbol by the production rule. Now I am popping out 4. Now since the previous step is a reduced step, take the state on the stack top with the symbol in the symbol column. The symbol that was recently reduced. Which was the symbol that was recently reduced? Variable A. Okay. So 3 on variable A. Check what is 3 on variable A. 3 on variable A is 6. Push this number onto the stack top, or push this state onto the stack top. Fine. Once you're done with shifting that state onto the stack top, now take a transition with the new state and the symbol in the input buffer. So what is the new state? 6. What is the symbol in the input buffer? B. 6 on terminal B. 6 on terminal B is reduce step R2. 6 on terminal B is R2, reduce by, which is R2? R2 is A derives A. That is terminal A followed by variable A. A derives terminal A followed by variable A. Right. Now what is here in the symbol column? You are trying to reduce A, and the next terminal A and variable A is reduced to variable A. And your input buffer is having the symbol B and the end of the input string. Now check how many symbols have you reduced. If you check the parser action, the production rule, or if you check the symbol column itself, you will come to know we have reduced 2 symbols. That is, we have replaced 2 symbols with a single symbol. That is, terminal A and variable A is replaced with a variable A here. So how many symbols I am supposed to pop out of the stack, or how many states I am supposed to pop out? 2 states I will be popping out of the stack. That is, 6 and 3 are 2 states that are popped out of the stack. So once I pop out these 2 states, now I'll have to take a transition of state 3 on the newly reduced symbol. Which is a newly reduced symbol? A. Okay. 3 on variable A. Take a transition. Check the parsing table for 3 on variable A. 3 on variable A is 6. Push that 6 onto the stack top, or shift that 6 onto the stack top. Fine. Now take a transition. Check for the transition of state 6 on the input, on the symbol in input buffer. 6 on B. What's the symbol in the input buffer? B. So check the parsing table. What is 6 on B? 6 on B is R2. It is a reduction state. Okay. Reduce by, what is R2? R2 is again, R2 is the second production rule. A derives AA. Okay. Now reduce by R2, which is again you are performing the same operation. A derives A variable A. Okay. So in the symbol column you have AA. So this is replaced with A, and the input buffer is still having B, and it ends with the dollar symbol. Now check how many symbols you have reduced. Again we have reduced 2 symbols, right? A and A, terminal A and variable A is reduced or replaced with the variable A. Fine. So how many states I am supposed to pop out of the stack? I am supposed to pop out 2 states from the stack top, 6 and 3. So I will be left out with only 0. Fine. Now take a transition with a state on the stack top with the newly reduced symbol 0 on variable A. What is 0 on variable A? 0 on variable A is 2. Push that 2 onto the stack top. Push that 2 onto the stack top. And now take a transition of state 2 with the symbol in the input buffer. What's the symbol in the input buffer? B. 2 on B. Check what is 2 on B. 2 on B is, yes, 4. That is shift 4. 2 on B is a shift operation. What are you trying to shift? 0 is already there, 2 is already there. I am trying to shift the state 4 onto the stack top. I'm trying to shift the state 4 onto the stack top, and in turn I'm reflecting that also over here, that is by shifting B from input buffer to the symbol column, and the input buffer is now empty, which is having only the dollar symbol. Right? Since the previous step was a shift operation, now take the state on the stack top and take a transition on symbol in the input buffer. Okay, so the state on the stack top is 4 and the symbol in the input buffer is dollar. It is empty. Okay, what is 4 on dollar? 4 on dollar is R3. 4 on dollar is R3. What is R3? We'll check what is R3. Reduced by R3 is the production rule 3. A derives B. A derives B. A derives B. Okay. Now I am going to replace B with variable A. B with variable A, and the input buffer is having the dollar symbol. Fine. And now how many symbols have I reduced? How many symbols have I reduced? I have reduced only one symbol. I have reduced only one symbol. So how many states I'm supposed to pop out of the stack? I'm supposed to pop out only one state, that is 4, which is present on the stack top, and I'm left out with the state 0 and state 2 on the stack top. Now take a transition with the state on stack top with the newly reduced symbol. Okay, so newly reduced symbol is A. 2 on A. Take a transition of 2 on A. 2 on A is 5. 2 on A is 5. Place that or shift that symbol, push that symbol onto the stack top. Now take the newly pushed symbol on the stack top or state on the stack top and take a transition on the symbol in the input buffer. 5 on dollar. What is 5 on dollar? 5 on dollar is R1. It is the reduction step. Okay, R1, which is reduced by, what is R1? Production rule 1. Yes, derives AA. Okay, yes, derives AA. Yes, derives AA is the production rule. Fine. Now how many symbols I am reducing? I am reducing this AA to yes, and the stack top is still having dollar. Fine. So how many symbols I have reduced? I have reduced 2 symbols, that is variables A to variable yes. So how many states I am supposed to pop out of the stack? I am supposed to pop out 2 states that are present from the stack top. So 5 will be popped out first and then 2 will be popped out, and still I am left out with 0. Okay. Now take a transition of 0, which is the state on the stack top, with the newly reduced symbol. Which is a newly reduced symbol? Yes. So 0 on yes. Check what is 0 on yes. 0 on yes is 1. Okay. Push that state 1 onto the stack top. Push that state 1 onto the stack top. Now take a transition for the newly shifted state on stack with the symbol in the input buffer. So 1 on dollar. So what is 1 on dollar? 1 on dollar is accept. So 1 on dollar is accept. So it means that the string has been accepted by the parser.